Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you some new hobbies I have on the go. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. Welcome to my bar this evening. I thought I'd show you some of the things I've been up to. Really sorry guys on the lack of videos lately. It's just been a crazy couple of months, a lot of work, and some new toys. So I thought I'd share some of this in the best way I know how. This is going to be a kind of jumbled up video, but we'll see how it goes, guys. What I have here is some new RC planes. This is my latest hobby of sorts. Years ago I was into flying RC aircraft and I got out of it. It was pretty cost prohibitive, but now it's become in the realm of almost anybody can afford this, guys. So I decided to take some different hobbies I have on the go and combine them. And it seemed like a natural progression for me. So what I started out with is the one here in the foreground. This is the Josway Freedom 1600, marketed as a Freeman Joy to Fly unit. I bought it off Amazon. It comes as strictly a complete ready-to-fly glider with this transmitter. In hindsight, I would not have bought this kit, but I didn't know any better at the time. I didn't go wrong. I got flying with this right away. Non-computer programmable radio. It was kind of a bit of a bear to fly at first, but once I got it tamed, got the center of gravity right, it was pretty good. I was able to fly it with, couldn't use a stock battery because the stock battery sucked, so I switched it out for a 2200 LiPo, 2.2 amp hour LiPo. The thing worked great. I stepped it up a notch, and I bought the FlySky TH9X radio system. This, for all of us who used to fly, like I had my Align T-Rex 600, I had a DX7 radio system. The thing was like $600-ish. These are $100. This is a fully computerized radio, guys. I couldn't believe the results. I was able to tame this aircraft, put in some expo and some rate limiting, and then it truly became a joy to fly. I loved it right away. We'll come back to the transmitter in a minute. The next step is why I kind of got back into the hobby, guys. You'll notice this little knobby dealy. This is the transmit antenna. This is a circular polarized 5.8 gigahertz transmitter, 250 milliwatt. This is a 720p camera on the front. This transmits first-person view back to myself. And right now what I'm using are the Fatshark Goggles. These are actually not that expensive to buy anymore. There's the mating circular polarized antenna, goes on here, and I can view what you see from the front of the plane. Great fun. This was my stepping stone to prove some of the ease of getting back into things, and I'm having a blast with that. For a cheap rig, this plane, go on Amazon, you can buy it. I would highly advise you buy an AXN floater or a Bixler instead, because the first thing you're going to do is, like me, trash the ready-to-fly radio and get yourself into the TH9X. Back to that, I didn't do videos on this because there's a ton of them out there, guys. I did a LiPo mod and a backlight mod. Added a backlight to this transmitter, added the LiPo in. I'll throw a link in the side of the screen if you didn't see my recent video on how to add a LiPo to any transmitter. This one I didn't need to. This one was pretty much straight plug and play with a basic LiPo. And I have 9 channels to work with now. So from there I started playing with this. This is not a beginner plane. This is just pure fun, just pure hilarity. This Parkjet2 from HobbyKing. It's a 4,500 kV motor, so you're looking at 4,500 RPM per volt. The thing is just absolutely ludicrous on a 2-cell. I have a 3 and a 4 that I can install in here. It comes with 3-axis stabilization installed. I think they're under $100 to buy. Don't buy it for a beginner plane, but if you want to rush and just go out and just be foolish, what a blast. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. What I did also, and I'll do this in a separate video, guys, in this case I did my FPV ground station. And from there, what I can see is, I can see what the plane sees, same thing as I can see on my goggles, but it records it to an SD card on a DVR. And that allows me to record the telemetry in the on-screen display, which isn't installed in this one yet, but will be in the next one. So you can record your lat long speeds, all that, and it records everything that the plane sees. From here, yeah, I'm a little bit nutty into the hobby lately, but this is the next project. This is the HobbyKing EPP FPV. The wings over to my left, this thing is a monstrosity. It's made out of EPP foam, which is like indestructible. This stuff is tough as nails. I have, I don't even remember, 1400 kV motor on here. I haven't installed the tail feathers yet. I ran, of course, I had to modify the thing right away. They wanted servos mounted here, and I mounted them in the tail feathers and ran the wiring down the boom, which of course went completely sideways on me when I found out the boom was really sharp where it goes through the fuselage and stripped some of the servo wires. For those of you who don't know, carbon fiber is extremely conductive, so I had to tear the damn thing all the way back apart, otherwise I was going to have my elevator and rudder shorting through the boom. Undesirable. So from on this rig, what we're going to have, guys, it's going to be transmitting to the downlink. I'm going to be able to fly it first person view. I'm also going to have GoPro mounted as well as the standard FPV camera here. And I don't know how many other cameras I'm going to add to it. I have a camera switcher, and I'll be able to add different views that I can look at through my Fatshark goggles. And the thing is controlled by a Cyclops Tornado OSD with autopilot. So this thing is actually, can't say is autonomous because we're not allowed to have that in my neck of the woods. Technically it can't even have return to home, so I'll just have to disable that somehow. But it will have complete stabilization, so you can put it in pilot assist mode, and then you can cruise around. It will hold your heading and your altitude, and you can take pictures, cruise around, fly around, have a wee of a time. It should be a real blast. I'm really looking forward to this. And of course, I'm adding Arduino to it as we speak tonight. I'm going to try and take another video of that, depending on how far I get. There's going to be 2 Arduinos in here. I'm finding these systems already don't do what I want them to do. The power of Arduino, I needed a fail-safe for this. If I lose signal to the receiver, I want this thing to come home. Not that we're allowed to do that. But it's going to be super easy with the Arduino. It's really, really easy to wire it in. The receiver does not have fail-safe. It's a cheap one. I'm going to add it for under $5. And then we'll add some lighting and some other cool stuff. I don't know what else, guys. But that's the EPP FPV. It's more like a flying cow. It's ugly as sin. I don't know where they got the idea on this color scheme. But it's going to be a bit of a monster. It should fly good. I'm going to try and leave off here, guys, with some footage of some recent flights. They're not going to be good because lately I didn't have much for camera work, and the GoPro does not work for videoing from the ground. So the shots are really wide and really poor at times, but hey, we'll try and share a bit of this, and hopefully you guys find it interesting. I've been really torn whether or not to put this on my main channel or break it off into another channel, but this is all integrated. This is along the line of the software-defined radios and like heavy duty into radio receiving and transmitting, and it's all a lot of fun. I think it'll fit good on the channel, but let me know in the comments, guys. I'd like to know what you think. I'd like to know whether you're interested in this kind of content. It's going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit of a wintertime project, and we'll get back flying again a fair bit in the spring. also got some indoor planes to show you guys if you're interested too. Anyway, really glad you guys could join me today. Thanks for watching.